To Al, good morning, and how are you, faithful? Captain Niner here, coming to you with your Captain and Coffee morning report for January 29th, 2025. How is everybody doing today? All right, well, it looks like we're going to get, oh, I hit the wrong button, so we're just going to go ahead and get started on this. Obviously, this won't be that long of one. These morning ones are usually under 7 to 8 minutes for the most part. Um, Usually, I don't go live on this, but I'm trying to record this and do it, upload it later so that it'll stay the same. Well, we'll see how that works. All right, so for right now, some of the news coming out of 49ers yesterday was that they are interested in getting backup to Joe to getting a backup to Purdy by the name of one Joe Flacco. I know that name might not be something that a lot of you guys really want to hear, considering his record with us in the past. But I like it. I like Joe Flacco as a quarterback for us. I think he'd be really great as someone who would actually help Brock. Versus someone like Josh Allen and Brandon Allen and Joshua Dobbs, who last year they were still trying to they're still trying to find their way in the league. They're building their stuff. They want to play. Versus someone who like Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco, I think, has accepted his role as more or less just being the backup now at this point in his career. Give me a second. I'm just trying to pull some things up so I can see everything. But yeah, so I think Joe Flacco as far as just being a backup to him. He's also got quite the arm, so he definitely has that over Brock, 100%. So something to look forward to. I mean, it's not like we're definitely going to be throwing deep all of a sudden just because Joe Flacco shows up, unless all of a sudden like Brock is down for an extended amount of time or anything like that. But again, overall, we do need to upgrade the backup position. I don't think someone like Tanner Mordecai is quite ready yet to take take up that mantle full time. And like I said, Joe, he could definitely learn from Joe Flacco. And we know Joe Flacco is clutch. Say what you want. Yeah, he's like 78 years old and all this kind of stuff, but Joe Flacco is still clutch. Just look at some of the teams that he's jumped into um, over the last few years that have made deep playoff runs and all that kind of stuff. So definitely somebody I would not mind um, having in the building um, to back up Purdy. And I don't know why in this picture he looks so much like like Aaron Rodgers if Aaron Rodgers was aged like another 10 years or so. Like I said, not quite understanding why he looks like that, but that's what he looks like. All right, so that's the only big news that we got coming out of there. So we're gonna take a look at some of the a couple of guys to take a look at going to the Reese's Pieces Senior Bowl this week down in Mobile, Alabama. I can't talk this morning. All right, one of the people to look at a lot is getting a lot of steam lately, and with our 11th pick, could definitely be there. Tackle from Mizzou, Armand Membo, I believe is how you pronounce that last name. He's 6'3", 325 pounds. He's still young. He's not even going to be he's not even 21 yet. He'll be 21 in like 4 or 5 weeks, something like that. So again, he's still got definitely time to grow into his position. So we'll see how much he gets into that. Let's see. Oh, put the wrong one. Where'd he go? Go back. I need the information on him. All right. So some of his benefits is that he's explosive with a thick, dense build. As you can see, look at his thighs. You can see he's got that low power, low center of gravity. Those big bottom boys, as some of us like to say when you're looking at the linemen, that he probably anchor very well. He can show the range to be widely aligned pass rushers to the spot, aka he can get that stick out and get out there and get those guys. Um, let's see. Let's see what else. Has the length to establish first contact and defenders, aka he's probably got at least 34-inch arm length. So that's definitely good to see. I'm just pulling this off Bleacher Report. I'm not trying to go back and forth. PFF would have a little more detailed for this kind of stuff. Some of the negatives, he does tend to drop his eyes as defenders work off, aka he'll if he's moving them pretty good, he'll take his eyes off and look for something else, and then he's just not getting there. Will be tardy striking with strike timing against speed to power that exposes his chest and saps his anchor. He extends too far, basically. Overall, like I said, great. He's a little raw. Maybe put him inside for a year. Let him sit next to Trent. Learn from Trent a little bit how to play on that left side of that line. Then kick him out whenever Trent decides that it's his time to retire or anything like that. But yeah, definitely someone to keep a look at. He's definitely going to get some looks coming here at the Senior Bowl this weekend. And then the last one we've got today is the linebacker from Oregon, Jeffrey Bassa. Um, Definitely more in the mold because we have two types of linebackers. We have, the short, stout one, and then the lankier one that does, more like a Fred. Because we have two, Fred and then Dre. Obviously, this is more in the Dre style of linebacker. Let's see, he is 6'2", 235. Again, low, solid guy, can hit really well. Good tackling machine so far. Let's see. So he's got solid size and has room to growth to add. So he's still going to possibly, if he puts on another 10 pounds of muscle, it'd be great to see that with that. Fluid hips to turn and run Tampa 2 or man coverage. It has the speed to carry running backs and tight ends on vertical routes, aka someone to cover someone basically like a Travis Kelce. We saw in the Super Bowl against the Chiefs what happened after Dre went out. We didn't have a backer that could cover Kelce unless besides Fred, but Fred was doing his other duties, and so we need another coverage linebacker. The rest of these guys just aren't it as of yet. We'll see what happens with like Curtis Robinson. I'm definitely high on Curtis Robinson and D Winters, to be honest with you. But here's another person we can add to that list, and if he got that short, stout guy that can also tackle and bring that quote unquote meanness that Dre brings as well, great. Let's see, against the run, he's physical, but takes on blocks with his hands. That's great. That means he's not letting them get him into his chest, and then they can start pushing it back. Again, great aspects that you want out of your linebackers. Some of the negatives, likes to take on blocks square instead of getting the edge. So a lot of times, instead of trying to get to on the outside, he'll just go straight up with people. Again, it's okay if you're getting. It's not the worst thing if you're taking it on with your hands, but going square, you always want angles on people. A lot of angles when it comes to these guys. So getting to some of those guys that are coming out of the backfield, stuff like that. In zone coverage, he will get caught staring in the backfield as the middle hook defender and manipulated out by areas of quarterback. So they can look him off. But again, somebody who's young and stuff like that, hopefully you can teach him up. Someone like, get Ray to teach him up, get Solid, teach him up as my cat is in the background trying to attack my fish. But yeah, so that's all I've got for you today so far. Nothing here on Niner Faithful Radio. The next time we will be live will be most likely be to me tomorrow morning. But as far as any shows or anything, that next live will be me and 49er Media tomorrow. We will be doing our 49er Media Captain Show. We start that anywhere between 3 and 5, typically just when's we can get together at some point. And then on Friday, we do the weekend review show, which this week I'm probably going to add in some, maybe just do a full mock, see how that goes with some of the things and see how that one goes. See, we get some people, we get some chat intervention and see if they can vote on who we choose for or something like that. All right, that's all I got for this morning, faithful. Thank you very much. Fa Fata Te Lava. One love.